Black excellence. We're going to, celebrate Black excellence, which should be celebrated every day. We're going to celebrate success, the importance of sports, and it's all a big vision. The questions I'm going to ask you, I really would like people to see you as a man, not just, I'm sure you go to a million interviews and it's always the superstar athlete, but then do people really know who you are as a man? So Liddy came up with her Liddy special, which is past, present, and future. Woohoo! So past, present, and future, I'm gonna give you 2 questions in the past, 2 in the present, and 2 in the future. And we'll wrap it up quick, because I know you're busy. Celebrities, they got things to do, okay? They're on a schedule.
I like it.
So we're gonna do it fast, right? Today, everything is fast. People want to know literally under a minute who you are. So my first question for the past: who inspired you the most in your life? Go.
Who inspired? I would say my dad, and I say that because I've grown up watching him and how he moved and how he sacrificed so much for his family, and not just his family. He sacrificed a lot for me. I was telling somebody the other day, he worked a regular 9 to 5, and then on the weekends I would have a lot of basketball games, and I would pretty much have 3 or 4 games in one day, which took up his whole day, his whole weekend. And he basically didn't have a life of his own because I became his life on the weekends, and during the week he worked. So I mean, he made a lot of sacrifices to get me to the point where I'm at today, and I thank him for it.
Nothing like that, And I know that your family is, you guys don't know, but the whole Claxton family is a whole bunch of ballers. Shot callers.
Yeah, we're hoopers, man.
Yeah, you're hoopers. Liddy I can't do a slam dunk if you pay me. But I appreciate anybody that is athletic, because I never was athletic. I can't do a jumping jack for the life of me. But I really appreciate it. It's something that you have to control your body and you have to be consistent. And my next question brings us to your biggest challenge as an NBA player. When you were in the NBA, any big challenges? 1, 2, 3? What was the biggest challenge you would say?
My biggest challenge was probably overcoming my ACL injury. I tore my ACL my very first year into the league in a preseason game against Utah, and to have that be my first major injury was kind of tough, because here I am about to live out my dreams, and then I have this setback for a whole year. And at that time, ACL injuries were very serious. I mean,
now they fix you up faster.
Nowadays you come back from an ACL injury, a couple months, but back then it was more serious. So here I am about to fulfill my dreams, live out my dreams, and to have my ACL blown out, it was kind of heartbreaking. I mean, it felt like I would never be able to play basketball again. I wasn't sure. Like, I had to train my body all over, like from how to walk to how to run, and then I had a lot of tendonitis when I started to come back. So it was tough, and I really think that it kind of derailed my career, and I didn't get to show the world what I was really about.
I think you did. Listen, you did a lot. But I hear you. I understand. That has to be devastating,
Yeah,
See,
the world did not see the true Speedy Claxton.
Well, listen, I always say, in whatever shape or form, there's always time. You know what I mean? We're not done until we're done, right? There are different things, maybe not as that, but it's something else coming. Matter of fact, who knows, right? I mean, as your father was your inspiration, how many coaches are behind great athletes too, right?
Yeah.
We all need a Damon Dash behind a Jay-Z, right? My next question is for the present. Please, I need this personally. What keeps you consistent in your career?
I'm a provider.
I like that answer. That's a great answer.
I have a huge family that depends on me to provide for them. So
I'm gonna give you a clap for that. That's a good answer, my man. Wow. Yes.
And I take that very seriously. I have to give my daughters and my family members everything that I necessarily didn't get growing up. A lot of people always want to be that first millionaire in that family, and I got to do that. And it's now time to give back and help my family live a better life.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility.
Huge.
I know.
Everybody looked to me for help. I just bought my nephew his first car, so.
That's what I'm saying when you said they didn't see the real Speedy Claxton. But it sometimes it's silent, and I already know, I've heard many times about your generosity. You're very generous. You're very much about helping everybody. There's rumors out there, people know, but I'm saying, you give hope to a lot of young people and different people.
I put myself in a good situation. Yeah, I put myself in a good situation to be successful in life, and I would never want my family to be in a situation where they couldn't ask me for help. That's what I'm here for, and my family is very tight knit.
I know. I'm gonna ask you one last thing at the end, but my next question is, how do you feel as a black man in America today? Boom, nice and short.
It's tough being a black man in America. I mean, the systemic racism that's been going on for years is troublesome. It's hard growing up as a black man. You're not given the same luxury as some other people. You got to look out for yourself, and it's tough, man. Luckily for me, I was able to make it out through sports.
Yeah.
But not everybody's that
Gets
lucky,
that chance.
and everybody's not that athletically gifted.
So you understand?
If I wasn't great at basketball, who knows what would have happened to me?
You say it all, man. I really like this conversation. It's going where I really wanted to just feature you as a man behind the athlete and the personality. My next question is about the future. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? I want to hear that.
Well, in 10 years, I see myself retired and just living life, honestly. I worked hard. I worked really hard up to this point, and I've really planned my life accordingly to where in 10 years, I'll be able to retire comfortably and still have a lot of income coming in, and just kicking back and living life, honestly, and enjoying my old age.
Question. Perfect. Well, you're not old. Come on. Then Liddy's got to go to a retirement home.
Nah, but I wanna retire relatively young so I can kind of enjoy life while I'm young.
Yes.
young enough to enjoy it.
You have to. It's short. It's short. My last question for you is, and this is something that I think it's so important, and what makes you to me, such a special friend and somebody I look up to. How do you feel being that you are now head coach, men basketball head coach at Hofstra University, which you're also a Hall of Famer there? How is it different training the new generation? What are the differences? Like, what have you seen? The new generation speaks, acts differently.
Well, this generation is different. They don't really have to work for things that they get. Everything is pretty much handed to them. Because I think I look back at, I'm guilty of this because I necessarily didn't have things growing up. So now I make sure that I give my daughters everything that they ask for, everything that they want, and they don't really have to earn anything.
Yeah.
And we kind of do them injustice because everything comes easy to them.
Yes.
But
We're all guilty of that a little bit.
It's because we grew up so hard, and we don't
Yes.
want them to have those same struggles.
Yes, you want to see them happy. You want them, But what challenges do you think, as far as a coach? Like, do you see any difficulties when when you train the new generation, or it's all the same? Do they pay attention more? Are they easier to coach?
Oh, they're not. They're definitely not easier to coach. This generation is the why generation. You tell them something.
Everything's why.
You have to explain to them why. Why are they doing this? They're not just gonna do it and trust.
Sounds like my son.
Trust you. They're gonna ask why.
Why?
And back in the days when we were growing up, if our parents or an older person told us to do something, we just took it for what it was and we just listened to them. But this generation, you gotta explain to them why they're doing it.
And then they're Googling it to make sure that you got them the right answer.
Yeah, they got fact check you. Make sure you know.
Yes, on Wikipedia or Instagram. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. I have one little, so we did our past, present, and future. I think, honestly, even I, knowing you for quite a few years, I really got to know you a little more. There's certain questions, I don't know, that gives you, I really wanted to show sort of like, Black excellence as it is for not just the accomplishment, but the human being, behind it. Rumor has it that the Claxton home always had celebrity young ballers that used to come over and hang out and stay over, because supposedly your family was very much into, the doors were always open for everybody. And so who came and balled at your house? Anybody we know?
Who came and bowled at my house?
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? It was crazy because I had a party years back at my house, and I was having a good time, so I didn't notice everybody that was there. Then when they was telling me the day after who was there, I was like, oh really? Chips like Ray J was there, French Montana was there.
Nice. So you had all the rappers too.
Tony Yayo was there. Lamar Odom was there. Kemba Walker was there. I mean, it was like the who's of people. I still meet people to this day, and they was like, "Yo, I was at your house when you had that pool party." I was like, "Oh, word!" That party was like a Project X party.
Because Speedy's thinking basketball the whole time.
No, it got so crazy that I shut my own party down. The police came, and they was like, I knew the police in the neighborhood. They was like, "Yo, Speedy, we had noise complaining." He was like, "Yo, but we'll let you rock for a little bit longer." I was like, "Nah." I was like, "No, shut it down now." I was like, "Shut it down now."
Oh my God, that's good news, man. Speedy, I want to thank you. We have to go on a commercial break. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for everything that you do for youth out there and how you inspire this new generation of athletes. We're going to be back with Got Checked, Liddy, The Liddy Show, Black Excellence today. Come back. Commercial break.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
You're going to tell me? Or no? Yeah, go off. Okay. Yes.
I see you guys do me, right?
So, oh my God. Wow. Come on. You're watching? You're not watching? What's going on? I'm just happy. You see, these are things that make me happy. I am tired of watching uninspiring and, in any content that it's not uplifting and it doesn't have something left behind with us. So today I tell you, I don't know, just quick and short, like my son always tells me, because my son told me, he said, Mommy, people today are busy. They don't have time to listen to you for 5 hours. You have to make it sweet and short. So I figure this is going to be the new format when we're going to have guests. Mind you, we got guests signed up galore. Literally, Liddy went and just harassed everybody she knows. You know, how can you say no to Liddy? So we're going to follow this past. I really like this past, present, and future. And what I really would like to do is this. Look, we're going to have a mix of different, industries, professionals, everybody and anybody. Everybody and anybody is welcome to the Liddy Show, whether you're in the past, whether you're in the future, in the present, or whether you are, just like Liddy, as you just saw, projected in the future. Because life is made of slices, and sometimes we just see one slice, and we don't see the present, the past, the future. We don't see the whole puzzle. And so we don't understand that today you could be up, tomorrow you could be down, you could be up again, you could be down again. It is, just the life roller coaster. And it's important that we remember that. As you see, when I asked Speedy what was his biggest challenge, he said an injury. You see, for an athlete, that's, the end of the world. You're basically, it's like, you're a truck driver and your whole truck falls apart and, it's wrecked and you can't use it. For every person and every professional, there's certain challenges. And, the depression that comes from it, the struggle that comes from it, it just makes us all, right? Human. So this was really something that was really important to me. And, I'm just happy. Thank you, Speedy. We love you. Thank you. Wherever you're going at right now. I'm going to Speedy's pool party, man. Speedy, I'm coming to your pool party. French Montana, Tony Yayo, all the rappers, good music. Liddy will slam dunk. Not. So that's the model pretty much that I would like to keep. And why? Because I really like what today was able to listen. We could have spoken about all the different teams that Speedy was in. There's stats galore. But what does Liddy know? The only thing I know about basketball is that the ball matches my hair. That's about it. So I really wanted to make you just see in a semi-serious way the man behind the plan. And I feel like, it was a great opportunity to celebrate Black excellence and to also inspire the new generation, inspire the youth outside that have dreams, that have passions, to believe and feel that you could, you will, and you must. So it's you could, you will, and you must. Whether it's an injury that takes you down, anything in life, we are able to survive it all. Unfortunately, the only thing that we can't survive is death. Not yet. Crazy world, I don't know. Everything advances. So as you see, we live longer sometimes, we're able to buy yourself a little time, few different things, right? So important today, really. That's what I want to celebrate. I wanted to just do it, in a Liddy way, just show people in their true light, And I'm going to do that with every guest. So we're going to have guest galore. And as we are following, the vision of Gachette, the vision of Liddy, right? It's always going to be a guest in every possible industry, institution, profession that you can imagine. we want to be able, I would like to be able to give you a space. It doesn't matter who you are. Whether, as I said, you're just experiencing pain, you know, you made something with it, you're coming out of it, you're here, you're there, wherever you're in life. Because in life, we're here up and down. There's no such a thing as one spot, you know. The key is really to learn to, you know, to work with the challenges, you know, and to understand that nothing lasts forever, whether it's good or bad. So, you know, it's always ready. After the rain comes the rainbow. So that's what today was about. I have exciting guests coming up that you won't believe. I'll have, you know, people in the music industry. We will have people in every industry you can imagine. But again, it's always from a perspective of prevention. Why? Because prevention is very important. Prevention is really important. Why? Because we tend to put band-aids on the aftermath of everything, and we don't understand that it starts with prevention. This is why whatever guest that comes through, you know, we would love to be able to have guests that are able to sit with us and give us, you know, a view of how to prevent, like today, you know, with Speedy. See, a career that it's decades long. That's resilience. To believe, honestly, that nothing ever happened and it was all handed and it was all easy. But you see the teamwork. The father that basically sacrificed his whole life for, you know, his family, because they all play basketball in that family, you know. They're all star athletes. So the father that really just sat there and raised his children, you know, through their passion and their skills. That's really something that it's humongous. Think of the sacrifices of this man. And we're talking about, again, a black man, a 9-to-5 job, a family, I think it's 6 of them, if I'm not mistaken. I know almost all of them. I got a couple of sisters I haven't met yet. But think about it. These are the sacrifices. So it's you see, the inspiration is the father. And, you know, it's touching. To me, it's very touching, you know? Which, by the way, I met the father, too. He's a gentleman. Just a really close, you know, that's why I always call them basketball royalty, because that's what they really are. A close family, a loving family, you know, all very, you know, generous and caring. They're all very generous and caring, you know, very approachable. I love people that have accomplished great things and they're humble. That's fantastic, I think, right? Because you're able to relate, you know, closely. So it was, today was good. I don't know. I gotta take a breath, you know, Liddy. I'm just gonna show you why I feel. I want the energy to come through, you know. I love the question when I asked, think about that. What keeps your career consistent? And I know that if somebody would have asked me that, I would have had maybe a whole, you know, like I didn't even know it was going to come from that perspective. I would have come from a perspective, I have ADHD, I have to remind myself, I'm all over the place, you know, I do this, I exercise, you know. People will come from different, but he gave a very, you know, a very, you know, flat answer. And the flat answer was, what was it? It was, I'm a provider. I'm a provider. How huge is that? Think about it. That like shocked me. I literally doesn't get shocked like that at all. And it shocked me why. I'll tell you why. Because I never really even thought about it myself in that perspective, to where it's like, it's a must. I have no choice. It's almost like it's you know what I mean? It's do or die. And I think that's the mind often of athletes, you know, especially athletes that are in such a competitive, by anybody that is in a very competitive industry, which is pretty much everybody, I guess, right? Yeah, this day today, everybody. But especially I'm saying in his own world, right? It's just, you know, there's no pause. There's no pause. There's no pause to think, well, you know, oh my God, an injury, you know, there's no pause. And I think that's why a lot of times, you know, especially athletes that do get hurt and everything, they get very, frustrated, because, you know, they're used to just, there's no pause when you're an athlete, you know, it's like you're like this, you know? So I like that. That was a great answer, you know? It's a great answer, and featuring, you know, the fact there's so many fathers that are out there like that. Black fathers and fathers of every culture that are out there with that mindset, you know. We don't feature enough, you know, the responsible people that are out there, and there's so many. And the irresponsible ones, because, you know, Liddy mess up all the time, so I'm not perfect. But the people that struggle with whatever the issue is, because let me tell you something, certain skills have to be taught, like resilience, like, you know, I remember one statement from my mother, and every time that I'm down and something happens, that's the statement that brings me back up. It was very simple, my mom. And I used to call, you know, the school, the thing, the nun, I used to go to nun school, oh my God, I messed up, I'm gonna get in trouble. One thing shut me down and brought me back like that. And it was always the same consistent message. My mom used to say, domani è un altro giorno. In English, tomorrow is another day. It's a big statement. It really is. It's so simple, yet so immense. It opens the doors to utmost hope. Tomorrow is another day. You know how many times we always feel like, you know, like we feel like we can't see past today. We can't see past right now. Like it's all over, right? Especially during the worldwide pandemic, it was tragic. It didn't matter whether you had money, It was tragic for everybody. And then it was even more tragic for people that were already struggling, because you couldn't even see. You know, it was like a feeling of end of the world every minute of every day. But yet again, it's important, especially right now, I'm so convinced about this. Tomorrow is another day. That gives you room to expand, to travel with your mind. That whatever you're going through today might as well not exist tomorrow. And if it does, there's a day after that day. Somehow this message from my mother, it really helped me. It helped me through my, you know, my struggle with cancer, whatever struggle I went through in life. See, I got to cut my bangs, okay? I'm going to cut my bangs. Who wants to cut my bangs before I cut it myself, and then we're going to be in trouble? Huh? I can't do the little shows up here, bangs up here. My point is, tomorrow is another day. Whatever you're going through, tomorrow is another day. And this is why what I really would love to accomplish, and show by show will get better and better and better. And we will remain transparent, consistent with an organic view, okay? I wouldn't say unfiltered. It's not about unfiltered. It's more accepting. It's a different stance. Accepting, focused, and most of all, showing all kinds of human conditions. It's important. As you see, a lot of times, everything that is featured out there is either featured in a light, it's always in a boxed light. Oh, the big success, or the big failure, or, you know, people trying. it's just not, it's prepackaged, like a lot of things that we watch, unfortunately. I don't want to give you anything prepackaged. I want to give you, like I said, spare the moment. Just like that. So, if you're watching, you're all coming to the Liddy Show. You don't know that yet. All of you. It doesn't matter who you are. We're going to have guests of all kinds, all walks of life. I want to hear everybody's story. We're going to discuss everything and anything. I have people asking me, so Liddy, what's the show about? And I tell them, you got half hour? Because it's going to be a long conversation. All right, we're taking a commercial break and we'll be back with the Liddy Show. Come right back, all right? I got a lot to tell you.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
And we're back on the Liddy Show. Your favorite Wednesday show. So what I wanted to tell you is this. Well, first of all, are you downloading the app? You have to download the app because Liddy's got plans here. Download the app so you can watch the Liddy Show in the car, in the parking lot. I don't know. You're at the grocery store, wherever you're at, you can watch the Liddy Show. Every week, I will bring you something that will touch your heart. I promise you. I will bring you a little something that you can, from the hour, you can take home with you and be left with. That's what I want to do. I want to give you something. I don't want to just sit here and talk. I want to give you something because I see you and I feel you. I do. And I know that all of you have struggles. And I know how difficult it is. Look at Liddy. I'm here. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just working on my passion. I have to learn myself. The commercial break, the thing, the this, the that. But that's passion in life. You see? Go for your dreams and don't be afraid to make a mistake. It's okay. It's like when you ever seen the models on the runway when they walk and they fall? Yeah, well, Liddy used to be a model. You know what they tell us? Get up and keep walking. That's it. So don't be afraid of going for your dreams because of embarrassment. That's the biggest thing. And why? Because we worry about who first. Who do we worry about? What others are going to think of us before we worry about what we think of us. I accepted myself for who I am. I'm 51 years old. I'm Liddy. I'm silly. I'm very serious when I want to be. I have lots of passions. You know, I'm 100 miles an hour. I love to just, include people. I love to have people gather together and be happy. That's really that's like a successful day for me. And so that's really what I want to share with you. And today we're going to do a couple of little things because Liddy, every week I come out, you just wait, give me some time, give me some time. You don't know, Liddy. Today I'm going to read you like I did last week. Are you ready? So since we had a star athlete to the Liddy Show today, I'm going to read you from the Code Your Future, which is one of my 3 published books by Got Checked. I'm going to read you a quick note on how to stay healthy through fitness. Fitness and sports are huge. You see, we think always fitness and sports is like just like working out your body. No, you actually work out your soul. You actually work out your mind. I've been in situations to where working out has brought me out of a difficult moment. It revitalizes you. It energizes you. It really does. You need to expel the toxins, not only from your body, but the toxins from your mind. Because the mind needs to be worked out. So you need to do something good for you and feel good. And that's what sports and fitness does. So, nutrition and fitness, your secrets to greatness, from Decode Your Future. So it says, give yourself 1 to 2 hours to digest meals before starting your workout. You got that? 2 hours before your workout. Don't be going around eating a plate of spaghetti and then you go to the gym and then you cry. Number 2, remember, proper nutrition is the backbone in good training. Proper nutrition is the backbone in good training. I didn't have enough time to talk about nutrition with Speedy, right? But we all know those are twins. Okay? Because Liddy has gone to the gym and then, on the low, in secret, I went to McDonald's. That was a waste of time. I could have just gone to McDonald's and go home and enjoy it. It doesn't make sense. So again, they come together. They're twins, especially when you're a star athlete. Your nutrition is everything. So, choose organic foods and a balanced diet of fruits, veggie, carbs, proteins, and fats. I'm going to read it again. A balanced diet and organic of fruits, veggies, carbs, proteins, and fats. Throw the junk out. Once in a while, you give yourself a little cheat moment, okay? You call it your Liddy moment. Say, all right, I'm going to have a Liddy moment today. Okay? But again, just like anything in life, you can't have a Liddy moment all day, every day. That's the problem. So you got to try to balance it out. So, tips for pre-workout. So pre-workout, before you start working out, carbohydrates equal fuel, equal energy boost, equal maximum performance. Again. That's so silly, I love it. Pre-workout. Carbohydrates equal fuel, equal energy boost, equal maximum performance. So bottom line, pre-workouts, get you some carbohydrates, okay? Even if it's like I think almonds, I don't know. I think almonds are there's carbohydrates in there. I gotta study a little more. But me, I eat like a little bar. I got these little bars that have like flaxseed and, like a little carbohydrate bar. Post-workout, when you're done, what do you think? Then you're done, you're going to McDonald's? Nope. Post-workout. Now you're taking your proteins. So you did your carbohydrates before, now you need your protein to rebuild, right? Your muscles and everything you lost. So protein equal muscle food, equal quick repair, equal growth. Consume within an hour of completion. Got that? So that was my little Liddy tip when it comes to fitness, nutrition, sports from Professor Liddy. Professor Liddy from the University of Life. I have a PhD from the University of Life because I have studied life closely, I have observed closely, I passed many tests, and most of all, I did get a serious amount of experience, and that's my PhD that I don't discredit. And it all goes in this little file over here. There's a file cabinet here, and there's files of experiences. And that's all of us. Of course, when you add education and higher education to that, now it's incredible. If you can't, for some reason, then you have to do it yourself. I'm self-taught. I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of researching. Who said you can't get? Somebody told me one day. They said, you have a Google PhD. I have a Google PhD. Hey, listen. Everything is at a touch. Everything, all the information you need is out there. There's no excuse. You can go on YouTube and find, I remember one time, I think I needed to, what did I need to Google? I think how to turn on the barbecue or the fireplace. One of those things, something. You see? It's all out there. You watch a video, there's a tutorial for everything. So it's important to read, observe, and get out of the comfort zone. So I got you my little, right? I read you my little tip for today. And now I want to discuss something else. I want to discuss something that happened after last week's show. And I want to tell you that it made me really happy. Not a lot of things, you know, when you get older, you're more, I want to say difficult, but you know, things just, it's difficult, yeah, because of life experience, you know, more meaningful things make you happy. You need more, you know, you need more, you know, something meaningful inside it. And so after I finished last week's show, you know, my girls, you know, congratulated me. So important. So important. So important to support people out there. You don't know what a phrase can do for somebody. You have no idea. The power. You're literally a doctor that can save a life the moment you encourage other people with what their passion are, without worrying about who's doing what and who's got what. Just out of love. And so I got, you know, quite a few messages, and then I have a really special message just because it was from somebody I never met before. And that even, you know, added to the beauty of the whole moment, because I'm thinking, wow, people are listening. Maybe I can change somebody's day. Maybe I can encourage you to see things differently. Because think about this. Life is like sitting at a window. You're sitting at the window, by the windowsill, and if you're sitting in the middle, you only see straight and sort of on the side. If you're sitting on the right corner or on the left corner, you're seeing only one slice of the picture. Life, to be fulfilling, you have to move that chair. Nobody can do it for you. You have to lift that chair and move yourself an inch closer to the view, to the full view you want to see in your life. So if you start from whatever angle, some people start, they're not even at the window. They can't even see the view. They don't even have a view. They have to dream of a view. Some people have to get to a view. Think about that. If you already have a beautiful view outside, build on it. Move a little bit this way and see, ooh, what do I see now? Oh, move a little bit this way, see, oh, wow, okay, beautiful birds over there. My point is that is what makes your life worthwhile. Nothing else. It's to push yourself out of your comfort zone of sitting on the chair and just waiting for somebody to make something happen, but to make it happen yourself. And it's small steps. We ask too much of ourselves. We ask too much. Forgive yourself. Give yourself some peace. Hey, be nice to yourself. Be nice to yourself. You don't have to do it all right now, right this minute. Nobody cares about what you did in the past. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. They don't. Nobody cares. Everybody's done stupid shit. Sorry. Everybody's done stupid things, okay? People make mistakes every single day. Forgive yourself. Give yourself the opportunity. I'm looking in the, see, I'm trying to learn whether I'm looking in the screen or I'm looking, I don't know where you guys are. I want to grab you. Do you see how Liddy wants to come out of the chair? Because I'm used to doing public speaking where there is an audience and I'm close to them. So I want to come closer and closer and closer to make you feel, you know, my passion for uplifting people. I love doing that. It makes me happy. When I see somebody that it's just, you know what I mean? It's caught in a moment sometimes, you know, you can't, right? and you see something they don't see. You have to help them. You have to help them out. Come on, come over here, sit over here. Look at this view. So that's really what it's about. You know, that's what the Liddy Show is about. I want to have your story here. I want you to, you come through Zoom. I want to hear your story. I want to hear your struggle. The real struggle. A lot of times we don't listen. There's so many taboos today's society. We don't share our true story. We don't. We really don't. Very few people do. Everything is prefabricated. We don't share our true story, like we don't attempt to go for our passions, because there's always a common denominator, and the common denominator is what other people think of you. What other people think of you. What other people think of you. What other people, they're still trying to figure out what you're thinking of them. It's irrelevant. It is irrelevant. What you think of yourself is relevant. And I want to tie it in to the fact that, like Speedy said, his father was a great inspiration. So as a parent, if you have the means to give your children everything you didn't have, that's fantastic. But don't chastise yourself if you don't. Okay? Don't chastise yourself. Okay? So we're closing the show, I was told. So I have to close the show. But check this out. Today, don't chastise yourself. So today, which is, look at my little doll, my little Got Check Records doll. Today was Black Excellence Day. We had Speedy Claxton as a guest. We learned a bunch of stuff. Lady was all a mess, but I'm getting better and better. And with your support and your encouragement, I'm gonna nail it down. The last thing I'm gonna give you, it's a little Liddy color of my hair. Are you ready? The best thing we did was that we never stopped. Jay-Z, Can I Live? And with that, I'm closing the show. I'm gonna see you next week. Keep following. Get the app. Roku, Amazon TV, Apple TV, everywhere. The Liddy Show is gonna burn fire and passion into your veins. I love you. Till the next time. Mwah. Ciao.